When demon girls were involved, no price is high. Hey YouTube, what you know good? He is the Reverend, and we're back to interrupt your day with some fresh art goodness. But let's not keep you waiting. Let's just dive in. So, what's going on today? Well, today we're drawing the main character from a certain free indie game that's been taking the world by storm, especially in regards to how much fan art there is of it already, Helltaker. This video is going to show you two versions I drew. Helltaker just getting started and Helltaker after a few puzzles. If you played the game, you'll know what that means. This game, Helltaker, made by this cool Polish animator who goes by the Nom de Plume Van Ripper, is a puzzle game where our big guy here attempts to traverse through the scorched lands of hell to do what any big old buff dude in a nice suit would do. Assemble his own harem of demon girls. Specifically, sharply dressed demon girls. And if that wasn't a fetish before this game, it certainly is now. Well, despite being a rather short game, it basically does all it really needed to do. It's fun. It established the story and the characters in a short time. It gives a decent challenge to basically anyone who plays. It even has a secret ending and a reward for unlocking it. Oh, and pancakes. You can't go wrong with pancakes. Nor can you go wrong with the soundtrack either. I mean, it's some really catchy music from electro house artist Mittsies. In fact, I think I'll actually grab some of their albums next paycheck. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this game, after the game launched online, it did not take long for people to start making fan art of the characters. I saw the hashtag for Helltaker a couple of months ago, and yeah, I just kind of ignored it for a while. I had no clue what it was for, and I can't remember what character it was that I saw with that hashtag. I think it might have been Judgment. Can't quite remember. But either way, it soon became near impossible to ignore it as more art of more characters started really flooding the social media pages. And, well, eventually curiosity won out, and I took the plunge. Totally worth it. I mean, if you haven't played it yet, I mean, you might as well. It's free, and you'll finish it pretty quickly. And you'll have some fun. But if it's one thing that kind of bugs me about all the fan art, though, is the fact that, I mean, I get it. Sharply dressed demon girls, it's pretty awesome. But just, there seems to be a serious lack of certain characters when it comes to the fan art. I mean, when it comes right down to it, it seems to mostly be of three particular demons. Either it's the CEO, Lucifer, the High Prosecutor, Judgment, or the triple demon, Cerberus. And it's mostly Cerberus. Now, don't get it twisted. I've got nothing against any of them. Shoot, I plan on drawing them all anyway. It's just that sometimes it feels like you gotta dig a little more than you think it should be necessary to find some art of the others. It took far too long to find some really good pictures of Malina. And I don't even remember, I don't even know how many pictures I've seen of Zidrada. Like, barely any. And I mean, then again, I also noticed a sudden uprising of fan art from Modius. This is just because she's consumed by lust, isn't it? Whatever. Either way, I'm saying that there seems to be a lack of art for some and just like far too much of the others. But the one who gets ignored the most, I'd argue, is definitely the Helltaker himself. Not a lot of art of him. Is it because he's a guy? I mean, shoot, his design is just as sharp as the others, and he's the one doing all the work. I figured it only makes sense to draw this guy. Also, I haven't drawn any muscle in a while, and I'd rather not get rusty. That's a point, actually. This pick of Helltaker is going to have, of course, like I mentioned earlier, an alternate version. One version is going to have his suit intact, for the most part, and the other version is going to be without the jacket or the shirt and his, and he's basically going to go shirtless, and he's going to have his flesh slightly singed and stabbed. Makes sense. When you're playing Helltaker, you probably feel like this is happening to you. How many times you freaking fail a puzzle? Yeah, also, you are in hell after all. Yeah. And this whole pose and everything is actually somewhat based on a drawing, inspired by a drawing done by Van Ripper. Like seeing Helltaker in action. For those who have not actually seen Van Ripper's artwork, the guy who came up with this game, go check his Twitter. I'm going to have that in the description. And one of the big reasons that I'm doing the alternate version is because I'm getting relatively faster when it comes to, actually drawing these up, or at least planning them and sketching them out. Especially with the, with the whole pandemic situation going on, a lot of people had a lot of free time. Technically, I'm an essential worker, so I haven't had time except I had a work-related injury. So I had at least a month off before I had to get back to work. But I digress. So I haven't really started to develop a method for coloring and setting everything up, after finishing the line art. I just wanted to start practicing making different variations of the same drawing, from something as basic as just a different facial expression to clothing damage. You can consider what I'm doing now not only just putting some variations and varieties in the drawings I do, but also training for later drawings on down the line. Now, don't get that. I don't plan on making the alternate versions like Patreon exclusives or anything. I just have, some ideas that I want to work on. And yes, one of the ways I've been practicing was this avatar that I made. Needs work though. But anyway, I kind of want to hear from you guys, for those of you who've played Helltaker, or have you actually gone through it? Have you gone through the game? And if so, what are your thoughts? Favorite character? Hell, do you honestly think you could actually handle a demon harem? Would you even run the risk of entering hell to acquire said harem? And, finally, did you guys get the secret ending? If not, you may be a tad confused about who I draw next time. But we'll see. But anyway, I think that's probably time to call it. So, as always, if you have any thoughts, suggestions, questions, criticisms, complaints, compliments, whatever, drop a comment below. And if you dig what I do, consider joining the project. Hit the subscribe button, maybe check my social media pages, and maybe my Patreon. Just a thought. Links are in the description. So, till next time, you guys take it easy, memento mori, and I will catch you all in the next one. Kill the feed.